Okay, so today is Monday. That's what it seems. Although it seems like Sunday, which it was the day before that, and the day before that seemed like Sunday, and the day before that seemed like Sunday. So we have we have all the days looking like the same. We have the cat Kafka is making a special appearance. Yeah, go for it, Kafka. How are you doing? Oh, good. Yeah. Alrighty. So, so for today, we're gonna do a little bit of yoga. We're gonna open a little bit our hips. We hope that the cat will not intervene with the whole situation, but this is my house, and there's insanity happening here every day. So you might see some people coming in and out, and some cats coming in and out. Okay, so we're gonna start today laying down in our mats. So find yourself towards your mat. And by the way, today you're going to need your block and maybe your strap. If you want to, if you have some issues finding your foot, the strap is very, 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 very helpful for that. So if you want to keep them close to you, by all means, you will also use your block. They're your friends. Do not be afraid. Embrace them. Tell them thank you for all things that, well, it allows us to do. So find your way into your mat and lay down. Alrighty. Stretch your legs. Place your arms by your side. Make sure that your whole spine, at least almost all of it, is on the mat. There will be a space that is off the mat, that is your lower spine curvature, and that's all good. Place your hands by your side, close your eyes. Start by just chilling here, relaxing a little bit. Time to center ourselves so we can start our practice. So start by bringing a little bit more air into your lungs. I'm focusing more in that, focusing in the sound of your own breathing. Or pranayama. Basically, it is the glue that keeps the whole practice together. No pranayama, there is no yoga. So try to keep that in mind and try to don't hold your breath. Try to flow with the breath and try to get your challenges up and out or in and out with your breathing. If you have a cat that wants to jump on top of you, let her know that that's not okay because that interferes with your pranayama. So keep inhaling and exhaling. And scan the body. See how the body is feeling. Start by the crown of your head and go all the way to your toes. Yeah, cat. Move, move. And allow this to be a very candid conversation between your body and your mind. Just, embracing how the body is feeling today and don't feeling shy or bad about it. Do not pass any judgment. The way that you feel today is good. And move into how is the mood for the day, how you're feeling. And again, do not pass any judgment. It is okay to feel the way that you're feeling. We cannot feel, happy and great and everything okay every day. So it's good to have days or not good. It's okay. It happens. It happens to have days with doubts, with anxiety, with anger. So good. It's okay. Keep inhaling through the nose and exhaling. Inhale one more time. And exhale. Now slowly, very slowly, open your eyes. And place the sole of the foot on the mat. So sole of the feet firmly rooted on the mat. And now your curvature on your spine has disappeared. So make sure that you can feel that curvature, like there's no curvature anymore, and you can feel your whole spine on the mat. So now push the spine, push the spine, push the spine, and engage the core. Let go. And come back, pushing all the curvature on the spine, everything on the spine on the mat, and let go. And let's do this one more time. Push everything and let go. Now place the right sole of the foot on top of the left thigh and a figure of 4 now, sending that wonderful right knee away from the body. Keep your gaze towards the sky, keep that right leg engaged. So that knee is really, really trying to find its way away from the body. So we don't want it, she's not invited towards the area of the chest. We're trying to open those hamstrings. Okay, so now lifting the left and maybe placing your hands on the back of your thigh and inviting that knee away from you. Now, if you want to go a little bit deeper with this and you have that kind of flexibility, you can always place your hands on top of those shins and keep doing the same invitation. But, in here, just keep an eye on the shoulders. Make sure that the shoulders are firmly rooted on the mat. So if you're doing this and your shoulders have left the mat, that means that you really are not there, and then you should go back towards the back of your thigh. And believe me, you're having the same amount of a stretch. There's nothing magical happening right there. The magic is happening in the right knee that is pushing away. Keep breathing and keep inviting that wonderful left leg towards the chest a little bit more and feel that on the back of your hamstrings. That's the whole situation that we're looking for. Breathe here. Keep that right leg engaged. And now send the right sole of the foot all the way towards the left until it touches the floor or the mat. Open your arms at shoulder height. Palms are facing up. If you don't have enough space, you can always come into a little bit of a cactus pose. That's okay. And maybe you can send your gaze towards the right side. Now in here, make sure that both of your shoulders are on the mat. Now, if you want to go deeper here, you can always bring that left hand and grab that right ankle. That's a way to go, and maybe pull that leg a little bit towards yourself. And then shimmy that wonderful left leg closer and closer and closer towards the back. And maybe you can send that right hand to look for that left foot. Maybe you find it, maybe you don't. This is an option. You don't have to do this. Alrighty, wherever you are on this stretch, come back towards your center and bring that wonderful left sole of the foot on the mat. Extend that wonderful right leg and place the sole of the foot down. Now, left ankle comes towards your right thigh. And again, activating the left leg, making sure that the knee is pulling away from the body, is not trying to get closer towards the body. Now let's go and see how those hamstrings are doing by bringing that wonderful right leg towards the body, interlacing your fingers on the back of that thigh, and finding out how the hamstrings are, how I found that out. Well, I start pulling a little bit my leg towards my chest, and I see how those hamstrings start responding to me. There will be an answer. The body have tons of answers for you. One more breathing here. And now the left sole of the foot go all the way towards the right until it touches the floor. Place it down, arms again at shoulder height, in cactus pose or open all the way. And sending your gaze now towards the left side. And again, you can work in your variation if you want. You can stay here if you want, and it's great. If you're working on that variation, the right hand will grab that left ankle, and that right foot is going to start shimmying and shimmying all the way towards the back and up. So maybe your left hand can find that right foot, or maybe not. Wherever you're at, breathe here. Now, if you're in your variation, let go of the leg. Place that ankle on top of the right thigh. Come back to center. Extend that left leg and place the sole of the foot back and towards your mat. Good job. Now send the right leg towards your chest and embrace that wonderful right knee. Embracing that right knee towards the chest. Playing with this, maybe making some circles with your ankles, finding a little bit of motion here, a range of motion for those ankles, and move it in any particular way that you want to. So you can go towards the left, towards the right, just go for it. And now going on the opposite direction, so now we're getting our left, placing the right sole of the foot, and inviting that wonderful left knee towards the chest. Inviting that left knee, moving in circles here. Finding your range of motion on the left ankle, towards one side, towards the other. And this is not about a speed, find your range of motion. It's just like, finding all those wonderful snap, crackles, and pops, and allowing this to happen. Just move them, okay? Alrighty, bring both knees towards the chest and embrace them. Cradle, give your wonderful sacrum a massage. It needed, it love it. At least mine love it. Whenever you're ready, bring that wonderful left hand and embrace that right knee, invite it towards the chest. And now the left leg is going to come up, extend, and then go all the way down and towards the mat. So this is a bigger stretch, a different stretch. Now the inner thighs are getting even farther apart. They don't like that. They like to stay together. So this is going to stretch a little bit. Breathe through the stretch. And acquire the sensations of the body. See how the body is doing, what the body is telling you. Now, if your knee already touched your chest, which is great, then you're going to start inviting that knee towards your armpit. That will be the ultimate goal, for the knee to touch that armpit. So if you want to start working on that, that's great. Breathe here. And now let's switch. So let's bring the left leg towards the chest. Embrace that left knee. And now lift that right leg all the way up and towards the sky. Lengthening, super stretch, super long. And get them all the way down and towards the mat until you touch the mat. Back of the heel is firmly rooted. And you're wonderful. Both hands are having a conversation, this beautiful conversation with your left leg, your left hip. And we are just trying to open up a little bit more. Try to keep the right hip down. The right hip might actually Start lifting up as it feels that the inner thighs are going so far from each other. It's just like, I miss you. I miss you too. So anyway, try to have that conversation. Breathe a little bit more. And now bring the right leg back and towards the center. Grab both of your legs. Give another little bit of a massage to that sacrum. So you roll around. All around is good. Have fun. Remember when you were 5 and you were not in any quarantine and everything was fine. Awesome. So doing that, now placing your hands on top of your knees and making some circles, opening, and imagine that you can make circles with those knees. And every time that you go out in your circle, see if you can open maybe a little bit more. Do not go fast. This is not about making 1,000 circles. This is more about finding range of motion. So the slower that we go, the less that we cheat on this. Because we go this fast and we go like this. No. Go slow and trying to find that range of motion. Alrighty. Staying true to ourselves is hard. It's always the hardest part. Coming back towards your center and let's go into the opposite direction. So now opening towards the other side and find out how those joints are feeling today, how your hips are feeling today, how your groin is feeling today. Finding that range of motion, just finding and accepting where you are today. Okay, come back towards your center and let's move only the right leg outside. So make a circle towards the outside and back towards the center. Take it slow. Try to find range of motion. Let's do one more. Okay, and back towards the center. Now let's go with the left. So going out and finding again that range of motion. You can keep your hand on top of that knee if you want to. Let's do one more. And let's come back towards your center. Okay, let's go in the opposite direction with that wonderful right knee. So we come out and then back to center. And again, finding that range of motion. You can keep your hand by your side or you can keep the hand on top of that knee. Whatever feels good for you. And just see what is happening on the joint, on the pelvic area. Coming back towards your center and going now on the opposite direction with the wonderful left leg. So see how this is responding and appreciate the differences between one side and the other. One side might tell you, everything is okay, and the other side might tell you, well, it's not that okay. And it's good. Back towards your center, grab both of your knees, embrace your knees, and maybe inviting them closer towards the chest. As time progresses, you should be able to feel this a little bit closer towards the body. Now, if your chin starts looking towards the back, that means that you are compromising your cervical spine. So make sure that your chin is still looking a little bit more towards your chest. Okay, good job. Okay, now bringing those sole of the feet up, bring your hands towards those ankles or towards the sole of the foot. And we're coming in a little bit of a happy baby. Let's try to do this. If this is not available to you, use those ankles. Place those hands in those ankles. And basically what we're trying to do here is not just like bringing your hands towards those sole of the foot. if you go towards the sole of the foot and your shoulders are off the mat, then that means that you don't have that range of motion yet. And then you need to stay in those angles. And believe me, it is a great place to be here. Now, if you want to go towards the sole of the feet, make sure that those shoulders are still on the mat. Move a little bit around. And now place the sole of the feet together and place the feet down and into the mat. We're coming in a Supta Baddha Konasana, or basically it's just a butterfly pose, a reclined butterfly pose. So you're gonna feel that you have even a bigger curvature on your spine, and that's okay. Sole of the feet are together. I'm gonna place my hands on the inner thighs because I want to help a little bit my legs and my hips to open a little bit more. If this is like too much for you, just place your hands here and it's okay. Alrighty. 2 more breathings here. Okay, bring the left sole of the foot with you and leave the wonderful right leg bent there. Extend a little bit more. And now stack the hips and lengthen the left leg. Alrighty. In here. Come back towards your center and bring that wonderful right leg now towards your chest. Bring the left. Move around a little bit more. And place the hands on the back of your thighs. Or the back of your knees. Let's rock and roll. Let's sway here. Back and forth. Using your whole spine. Have fun here. Woohoo! And we're coming all the way up and in here. Let's do a boat pose and let's start moving a little bit more. So we're gonna come into a boat pose here. Or Navasana, that's the other name, that's the Sanskrit name of it. Make sure that you're opening your shoulder and your chest, so you're not doing this. You're opening as much as you can. Standing a little bit, reclining a little bit, just tiny little bit. You can have your hands here by the side, or you can have both of your hands on the back of the knees. Bring those legs here, and then bring your toes up, bring your feet up. And this is a great Navasana to be here. And you can have your hands here to help you out a little bit. You can have your hands here. Now, wherever you are, make sure that you're opening your shoulders. You're finding a drishti point, any place forward. So you're not looking down. You're not looking at your legs. You're looking forward. Now, if you have it, maybe you want to extend those legs and make those shins parallel towards the mat. That's all good. Keep it going, breathe here. All right, place the right of the sole down. Place the left sole of the foot down. Embrace your legs. And get yourself tiny, little bit, tiny. Embrace yourself here. And lengthen. Lengthen as much as you can the spine. Okay. Place those hands again on the back of those knees and come back into your Navasana. coming to your in whatever pose that you want in the savasana, whatever variation that you want or modification of your savasana, and open and breathe. And remember, this is not forever. This all come and go sooner rather than later. Keep breathing. Keep happy thoughts, super happy thoughts. Bring that wonderful right foot down, that left foot down. Sit here and come into your sitting pose or sukhasana. So in here, come into your sukhasana, make sure that your sit bones are off, are on the mat, firmly rooted. If you need to move some awesomeness around, go for it. Have fun with this. Alrighty. So in here, we are in our sukhasana pose. Inhaling here and exhaling. On the next inhale, bring both hands all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay. Bring both of your hands towards the front and start expanding and extending, finding a space for the heart to go forward. So do not do this. Lengthen forward. Keep those sit bones firmly rooted on the mat. So that's really, really important. Keep those sit bones firmly rooted and find more space and more space and more space and more space. Okay. Now send your chin towards your chest and maybe find more space. Keep those wonderful fingers active. They're looking for more and more space here. On your next inhale, lift the head, lift the chest, and move with those hands towards the right side. So finding the right side and lifting. Finding a space towards the front. Keep that wonderful sit bone, especially on the left side, down and on the mat. So if you feel your sit bones starting to lift, that is an unequivocal sign too far. Alrighty, inhale and lift. And let's go into the opposite direction. Going now towards the left side, extending those arms towards the wonderful left side, finding more space, keeping those sit bones down. Inhaling here and exhaling. Inhaling one more time and exhale. Okay, so come back towards your center. Extend one more time. Inhale, lift the head, lift the torso, and start walking those hands towards the back and towards yourself. So find yourself now that your hands are a little bit towards the back. Palms of the hands are firmly rooted on the mat. And think about this area of your chest that is going to be up and towards the sky. So inhaling here and using the heels of the hand firmly rooted. Inhale and lift that chest. Opening up and towards the sky. Over the heart, up. Root those heels, those palms of the hands. Exhale and back to center. Inhale and one more time. Placing those heels down, rooting. Going all the way up. Exhaling and back to center. Okay, let's come into our tabletop. So if you need anything for that tabletop, this is the moment to put a blanket or a towel, whatever you're gonna use. This is the moment for that. If you don't need anything, then you're more than welcome to come into your tabletop. Finding a good tabletop for you, placing the knees under the hips, placing the wrist under the shoulders, spreading all your fingers like this, firmly rooted on your mat. Top of the feet, making wonderful music, rooted on the mat, and bend those elbows just a little bit. Let go of your stomach right now, and offer the heart forward, the chin up, the gaze up, and the tailbone up. Exhale and arch your back. Send the navel towards the spine. Activate your core here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Do two more at your own rhythms of breathing. Use that breathing to tell you when to go into your cat and when to go into your cow. Let's do one more. Let's come back towards your center, and we're gonna do a little bit of a child's pose, but instead of like being very open, we're gonna place our knees a little bit towards the sides, but not getting all the way towards the border of your mat. Sending your big toes together, your hips towards the back, and lengthening those arms. Finding a space for your head and down towards the mat. Trying to place those hips to touch the back of the heels. Breathing. Inhale and lift the head. Lift the torso. Come back into your tabletop. Find your good tabletop again. And I'm just moving to show you the side that I'm gonna do. So we're gonna start with the right leg. So inhaling here and sending that wonderful right knee up. So right knee up, 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 up here, making sure that your hips are level. And we're gonna open. So we're gonna find the hydrant. So inhale here, find your hydrant. Exhale and back. Find your hydrant and back. Hydrant. Back. Hydrant. And back. Keep going. Make sure that both of your hands have equal amount of weight. We tend to send more weight towards our right leg, but we need to distribute the weight equally between both of your arms, between both of your shoulders. Let's do one more. Okay, place a wonderful right knee down, and let's go to the left. So finding the tabletop, making sure that you have all that, all good. Okay, sending down actually our wonderful left knee up, keeping those hips level. And again here, finding your hydrant. And as you can see, I have bent my ankle. So I'm activating my foot here. So all the leg is active. So keep finding that hydrant. Alrighty. And now the sun is out. This is a weird day. It rains and then the sun comes out and then it rains and then there's a lot of wind and it's crazy. But hey, crazy is our new normal. Alrighty. Bringing that wonderful left knee down. Moving your hips towards the left. Moving your hips towards the right. And again towards the left. And again towards the right. Okay, coming back now towards our right side. So I'm bringing now my wonderful right knee all the way up. Okay, so I'm gonna make circles with that wonderful knee. I'm touching my left, I'm touching my, touching my right arm, touching my left arm, and coming up. The right, the left leg, and up. Touching the right arm, the left leg, and up, and opening. Make those circles as big as you can. Let's do two more. One, two. Alrighty. Let's do the other side. Prepare for your left side. And in here, touching the left arm, opening, touching the right. Try to touch the arm as high as available is to you. And maybe right now, your goal is just to touch the left arm. And that is great. So wherever you touch it is fine. Keep on going. Keep your breathing going. Relax your face. Let's do one more. And back towards your center. Move your hips, curl your toes here. Move the hips, move the hips, move the hips. Good job. Let's go in the opposite direction here. Okay, so we are opening that hip in whichever way, shape, or form we can. Yes, we're doing it. Okay, so in here, let's go into the opposite direction with the right. So I'm starting by touching the right, opening, and then closing. Opening the right to the side and back. Keep on going. See the differences between one side and the other. See the difference between one movement and the other. Let's do three more. One, two, and three. And place that wonderful knee down. Move the hips. Go to the other side. Don't wait for me. Start. And now, opening towards the side, opening, touching, and to the center. Do the opposite. Keep on moving. And keep receiving all these messages from the body. The body is super nice and is trying to tell you, this is what is happening. And it is not feeling good here, or is feeling good, and please continue, or it might be, just stop. Let's do one more. And back towards the center. Okay. Curl the toes under. No, actually, don't curl the toes under just yet. We're going to go into another child's pose, but this one is going to be a wide one. So open your knees towards the side, all the way towards the side of your mat. Big toes together and trying to send your hips. Yep. Nest right there in between your heels. And start coming down and down and down. I'm still not, I'm lengthening forward, so I'm not doing this. I'm lengthening forward and trying to find a little bit more of a space for my torso towards the front. Wherever I'm at, my head is not just like dangling there. It needs to be, put somewhere. So place your forehead down and into the mat. Enjoy your child's pose. Send energy towards those wonderful hips to open a little bit more. Maybe you can move your head left to right, give yourself a good massage on that forehead that carries so many preoccupations and worries and what's not, just like everything is gonna be okay. Everything is gonna be good. Come back towards your center. Do one more breathing. And now lift the head, lift the torso. Come back into your tabletop. And you can stay here in tabletop or come now into your downward facing dog by curling the toes under, sending those hips all the way up and towards the back. You heard that? Snap, crackles, and pop. Those sounded amazing. Really, really amazing. Look at your toes and make sure that your feet are hip-width distance apart. Bend your knees. This is not about the legs lengthening. It's about the spine lengthening. So make sure that those wonderful knuckles of your hands are firmly rooted on the mat. Spread all your fingers and lengthen those arms. Engage your upper arms. Let go of your head. Look towards your wonderful thighs, maybe towards your navel. You have your knees bent and lengthen the spine a little bit more. Enjoy this. Breathe. Alrighty. On your next inhale, look at your right hand and place that right foot where your right hand is. Okay. So coming into that wonderful right side, placing the left knee down. Yeah. And we're coming into an Anjanasana. So make sure that wonderful right ankle and right knee is in one single line. So you want to be one on top of the other, a stack on top of the other. Think of these as Legos if you are into that sort of a thing. Okay, so make sure that that is on top of the other and walk these so you can have a bigger sense. Remember, inner thigh and inner thigh kind of getting away from each other. And that's what it's going to stretch a little bit more. Okay, left toes, you can curl the toes under or you can place them down, whatever feels good for you. So maybe when you curl them down, you feel that they have a little bit more of stability. And if that works for you, by all means, curl it down. Okay? Place your hands on top of that wonderful hips and make sure that you have all the space that you can have. You already have this conversation with those inner thighs, and they were just like, yep, this is where you are. I'm like, okay, this is where I am. Inhaling here, I'm bringing both hands all the way up. Follow with the gaze. Exhale, come down like in a wave. Yeah, waving, pass. And come with those arms all the way towards the back. Inhale and up. In your wave. Exhale and up. Imagine a beautiful beach, whichever it is. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. Last one. Inhale and up. And now interlock both of your big thumbs here. Open those elbows towards the side and send your gaze towards the right side. Twisting towards the right side, sending the right hand towards the back, the left towards the front, following that wonderful right hand with your gaze. Inhale here and exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale. On your next inhale, send that wonderful right arm to come all the way towards the front, hands to heart center. Hands all the way towards the left side. Placing under your left hand here and sending your right arm all the way up, twisting again towards the right side. Now from here, inhaling here and curling the toe under if you haven't and lifting the knee away from the mat. Lengthening that left leg. Still twisting your gaze towards the sky. All the fingers together. Left heel super strong and going all the way towards the back. Okay, bringing that right hand down, framing that right foot and sending out that right foot all the way towards the back to come back into your downward facing dog. So coming into your downward facing dog, take your time and make sure that you have a good downward facing dog there. Bending those knees, lengthening the spine, breathing here, looking at that left hand and placing that left foot where your left hand is. Again, placing that wonderful right knee down. If you need something for that knee, go for it. And start moving that right foot, left foot a little bit forward, as much as your inner thighs will allow you to do. Come all the way up. And make sure that that knee is under that ankle. So if it's not, just move it until it happens. Alrighty, good foundation. Lift all the toes and press them down. Do not clog your mat. There's no need for that. Okay, your torso is looking towards the front. You have your hands on top of your wonderful waist. Inhale here, open the shoulders, send them all the way down and towards the side. No secrets between your shoulders and your ears. Inhale and lift both hands all the way up. Exhale, and like a wave. Inhale and up. Maybe a little bit of back bending here. Inhale. Coming all the way up. Exhale and down. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. Last one. Inhale and up. Alrighty. Interlace. Interlock those wonderful big thumbs. Send those elbows towards the side. And let's twist towards the left side. Twisting, 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 twisting towards your left side. Okay? Sending that left arm towards the back. That right arm towards the front. And sending your gaze to follow the left arm. Breathe here. Extend those legs. Extend those arms. Shoulders away from the ears. Twisting a little bit more. Inhaling here. And exhale. Inhale one more time. Exhale. Bringing that left hand to join the right. Hands to heart center. Land only your right hand down and towards the right side of the body. And twist towards the left. Okay? Follow all your fingers that are together and gazing towards the sky. Now curl the toe under on that right foot and lift that wonderful knee. Extend that right leg as much as you can. Keep the wonderful left knee bent. And twist a little bit more. Enjoy this. It's good for you. It's good for your body. Okay, now whenever you're ready, send that left hand down and send that left foot all the way towards the back to come into your downward facing dog. Come to your downward facing dog. Make sure that you have a good pose here. And now walk your hands all the way towards your feet to come into your forward fold. Make sure that your feet are hip width distance apart and let go of your head. Grab opposite elbows, sway from side to side. If you need to, bend those knees and place your torso on top of those thighs. If you want to lengthen those hamstrings a little bit more, just place your hands on the back of the calves and lengthen those legs. Let go of your head. Move your head, say no, no, no. Okay. Hands on top of your shins and lengthen the spine forward. Exhale and forward fold. Inhaling, bending, brushing the mat with your fingertips and coming all the way up. Exhaling and hands to heart center. Okay, let me move this a little bit because now you can just see half of my chest, and that's no fun. Maybe like this. Well, that's better. I think so. Okay, so we're here in standing on our mat, inhaling and lifting both hands all the way up. Exhaling from the creases of your hips, coming all the way down. Alrighty. Walk your hands, coming to your downward facing dog. Look at that right hand and place that right foot where that right hand is. Try to be super, super careful about it and don't stomp your foot. Be graceful. Graceful, graceful, graceful. It's one of my favorites. Okay, if you need something for that knee, lay something down there and start walking that wonderful right foot. I'm gonna move into this direction so you can see it better. Okay, yeah, a little bit better. So that right foot is starting to move towards the right and is pointing. Oh, you cannot see it. Dude, you cannot see them, huh? There. God, sorry. Okay. Alrighty. So now my right foot is moving a little bit more towards the right and out, and maybe out of the mat, and more out of the mat, and more out of the mat. Okay? So we're coming into a lizard pose. So start by just sending the outer edge of your foot into the mat or into the floor and lifting the sole of the foot. My sole of the foot is out. Right hand comes inside of your inner right thigh and push away. Opening the hip a little bit more. Now from here, inhale and lift your gaze. Bring that wonderful right hand back. Keep the sole of the foot now on the mat. Open a little bit more. And now in here, you can place a block here and then place your forearms here, just like this. And it's a beautiful place to be for your wonderful lizard pose. If you want to go deeper with this, then you place your forearms down, spread all your fingers, look forward, don't look down, curl the toe under on that left foot and lift that knee. That's your other option. So choose your option, show some curiosity, maybe try both of them and see which one is good for you. Breathe here and maybe start lifting the sole of the foot off on that right foot if you want to. Okay, bring the left knee down, come all the way up, yeah, and bring that wonderful right leg closer towards the butt. Okay, we're gonna send that wonderful right leg towards the back. You can come into your tabletop or into your downward facing dog, whatever feels good for you. And we're gonna go on the opposite direction. So again, if you're in a downward facing dog, look at that left hand, and place gracefully the left foot where that left hand is. Place a wonderful right knee down. Start walking that foot a little bit more towards the left in an angle. And maybe lifting the sole of the foot. Yeah. So you have only the outer edge of your foot on the mat. In here, you can uncurl the toe under or leave them curl, whatever feels good for you. And place now your left hand on top of your inner thigh and push away from you. Send your gaze towards the sky. Alrighty. Come back towards your center with that wonderful left foot. Stand a little bit, not too much. Keep the wonderful foot towards in an angle and away. And come into your lizard pose. So choose your option again, making sure that you are in a good pose. You can send the forearms down. You can place them in a block. Look a little bit away from you. Curl the toe under on that wonderful right foot. Lift that knee if you want to. And maybe lift the wonderful toes, lift the sole of the foot and lift only the outer edge of the left foot on the mat. Right heel is still pushing towards the back, trying to get that wonderful right leg super length, super strong. You can do this. Choose your option. Another option is also to have both of your hands up and you're not even in forearms. This is another good option. So go for whichever helps you out. Place your right knee down. Place a wonderful left foot all the way towards the back. Starting at tabletop if you want to, and come all the way up into your downward facing dog. Place a wonderful right foot where your right hand is. Slide down that heel and just make sure that you are in one line, heel to heel, for your downward facing dog. For your warrior two. Okay, open your stance, make sure that you have a good stance, and come all the way up. Check the toe on the outer edge of your left foot and make sure that it's parallel towards the edge of your mat. Okay, now bend your knee. Yeah, and lengthen the wonderful left leg. Place your hands on top of your waist if you want to. Yeah. Maybe bend a little bit more and make sure that your torso is looking towards the front. There you go. Open your arms if you want. Okay, now send your gaze towards your second and third finger on the right hand. Chill, relax here. And maybe if you want to open up a little bit more, sink a little bit more on your next inhale, or exhale more in your exhale. Go for it. Check your knee that is not traveling around. Alrighty. Place the right forearm on top of the right thigh. Press all your weight. So do not make this happen. You're still like bouncy and you can come back like on a moment notice. Okay? So place here your forearm and send your left arm overhead. Lengthening here, finding just one line between your left index finger and your left toes. Come back to center, lengthen, and now let's come into our triangle pose. So we're being pulled towards the front, and then place that left hand down. Right arm come up. And make sure that you're making good contact between that wonderful right hand and that right foot. Open the chest a little bit more. Sustain your head. If you want, you can place that left hand towards the back, towards your sacrum. Maybe find your right thigh. Maybe not. It's just decoration. Come all the way back up. Toes are looking towards the front. Left toe looking out towards the side. Yeah. Make sure that you're still heel to heel. And if you're not, take your time and do it. The foundation of the pose is the most important thing. If you don't have that, you don't have a pose. Okay? Bending that knee. Torso towards the front. Extending those arms. Bending now a little bit more on your next inhale. Maybe sinking a little bit more. And now looking at your left. Relax your eyes. Relax your forehead. You're good. Everything but good. place that left forearm down, right arm overhead. Follow with the gaze towards the sky, lengthening. Do not allow this to happen. Do not dump all your weight on your left forearm. Come all the way back into your warrior two, and then lifting and strengthening that left leg. Pull yourself and come into your triangle pose. And again, right hand is just decoration. So if you want to keep it up, keep it up. If you want to place it on your wonderful waist, by all means. If you want to take it towards the other side and maybe find your left thigh, completely up to you. Send your gaze towards the sky. Come all the way up. Toe looking towards the front. And close your stance. Not too much, but close it some. Okay, now right toe looking towards the right. Left toe, left foot looking towards the left. Hands on top of your waist. And coming to your goddess pose. So goddess pose here. Make sure that your tailbone is looking down. The tailbone, sometimes what happens is start to send it towards the back. So start to look towards the back instead of lowering that. So to appreciate that, I'm going to go into my side so you can see what I'm talking about. So this would be looking down, and this is looking towards the back. You see how that changes? So my tailbone is not looking anymore down, it's looking towards the back. And this is making a bigger curvature in my spine that is not good for me. So, yeah. And this might mean that you're not going very low, but you're going good. This is a good foundation of your pose. Okay. Now from here, lift the right heel and down. Lift the left heel and down. Lift the right. Lift the left. One more the right. One more the left. Okay. Inhale here, look forward and lift both. You can do this. Relax your face. Lift those heels. Heels, heels, up, 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 up. My heels are up and they are happy. My tailbone is looking down and it's so happy. Okay, heels down. Lift. Woo-hoo. Shimmy your legs until you're close. And let's come all the way down. We're gonna come into Malasana here. So again, finally, toes are looking towards the opposite direction again. And we're gonna come all the way down. Finding your Malasana for today. And again, like every day, if you need to lift the heels, and you want to be here, this is a great place for your Malasana. If you need maybe a roll blanket under your heel, so you like diminish the amount of space, by all means, we are a work in progress. And we are trying to make this progress every day, every day, every day, every day. Okay, so come to your Malasana, wherever you are on today, and place your hands by heart. Lengthen the spine. And relax. Place both of your hands down. And let's come into your mat as gracefully as possible. You can place your hands by the sides and then just bring down. Touch base gracefully, you see? And go down that path. Sole of the feet together and open in your Baddha Konasana. Sitting, making sure that your sit bones are on the mat. Remove some awesomeness if you have to. Yep, there you go. Lengthen that spine. Now it's windy. Very windy. Now slowly, very slowly start going forward. Placing one hand and then the other. And maybe this is where you are. And this is great. This is like 2 big thumbs up. If you have a little bit more of a space and you want to go a little bit lower, by all means, listen to the body and see where you are at. Lift the head, lift the torso, bring your hands back. Place the sole of the right foot on the mat. Extend the left leg forward. And we're going to come into a little bit of a bind. So I'm going to show you from the side so you can see this a little bit better. So, all right. So what we're going to do is, first of all, just like a little bit of lengthening. So I'm going to go with the other so you can see the lengthening here super fast. Okay, so my wonderful left hand is going to come all the way up and trying to find my left foot. Once I find my left foot, I'm going to grab it and inhale here and lifting. All right, lift your wonderful left foot, grab it a little bit more, maybe with both of your hands, and send that wonderful right hand towards the back and lengthen, twisting towards the right side. Good job. All right, maybe bringing the right hand back and pressing that wonderful right foot down. You can bend those knees so you can place it down nicely, okay? So now for the twist that we're gonna do here, I'm gonna inhale here, lift the left hand, grab the left leg with my right hand to bring it closer and closer towards myself. And then come all the way forward with that left arm. Coming left, 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 making sure that my left shoulder is at the same space that my left leg. So you can see this more like here. Yeah, so you can see how my shoulder and my knee are on the same line. Okay, so with this one, I'm gonna send my arm towards the side and my thumb is gonna be looking down, and towards the side. And from here, my right hand is just gonna go towards the back and maybe find that wonderful right, that left hand. Okay, and if I find it, I'll lengthen. And it's a beautiful feeling here. Inhale here. And exhale. I think if you want to go deeper, you can bring your torso down. Inhale and up. Let go of the bind, of the interlace of the hands. Yay! And extend. Okay, now we're going towards the other side. So I'm going to show you on the other side. Right knee is towards myself. Inhaling and lifting the wonderful right hand all the way up. Coming all the way down and finding my left foot. grabbing that left foot with my right hand, inhaling and lifting, and sending my left arm towards the back. And maybe sending your gaze there. Come back towards your center. Bend your knee. You don't have to keep it lengthened. Place a heel down. And now extend. Okay. So I'm going to extend now towards the side. And I'm going to do exactly the same thing. So keeping my right leg towards me, lengthening that wonderful left foot. And now placing my inner wonderful shoulder by my foot. And I'm going to send this foot, my right foot, a little bit more towards the right. So I have a little bit more of a space to deal with. Okay? So now I have a little bit more of a space for my shoulder to be in. Okay? So now that I have this space, thumb looking down and sending my left arm towards the back, my right arm towards the back. And now my left goes. And maybe you find it. Maybe you don't. If you find it, bring everything together. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale one more time. And exhale. If you want to go deeper, lower down. On your next inhale, come all the way up. Let go of your bind. Yay! Okay. Bring both knees towards yourself. Embrace and get yourself a small. Find your way into your mat. And slowly but surely, come all the way down. Take your time. Send your knees towards your chest. Embrace those knees. Cradle yourself. Enjoy. I really love this movement, and you should feel it right now that it's just like, oh yeah, oh yeah. Placing the sole of the feet by the borders of your mat and sending your knees either towards the right, towards the left. And a little bit of wiper moves. Take your time. Do not try to reach those knees all the way down on your first try. Do it little by little. Start lowering down. Every time that you come back, maybe now there's a little bit more of range of motion. You can be lower. You can go lower and lower. Come back towards your center. Embrace those knees again. Change the grip and grab your wonderful ankles. Keep cradling yourself. Find the sole of the foot. Coming into your happy baby. Keep that tailbone looking, I would say towards the front or up, but not towards yourself. If you start feeling that your tailbone is start to spine you, that means that you are lifting way too much. Cradle a little bit more. Place the sole of the foot on the mat. Now slowly, very slowly, start lengthening those legs and start coming into your Savasana. I'm gonna leave you here in your Savasana. Enjoy it. Have a wonderful Monday. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay at home. We're all in this together. the light and the divine in me, recognize that there is a wonderful light, there's a beautiful light that shines out from you, bounces into the universe, and comes down to me. And from there back into the universe. Namaste, yogis.